Charles also had this to say about the Brooklyn Nets with Kevin Durant.
It's so amazing to me about basketball. You know, this team's been together for 4 years. And when they went there 4 years ago, we were like, oh, they're going to win a couple championships. They're going to be in, they ain't even close. And it's almost over. Because obviously at the end of this year, there's going to be some wholesale changes. But, man, when you got a good team, you have to take advantage of it. You cannot be screwing around. This is a wasted 4 years for these guys.
Okay. Well, Durant wasn't healthy for one of those years. You had the pandemic. You had vaccination with Kyrie Irving, injuries, bad signings, Steve Nash. And then you had the interview on Bleacher Report, and you had Kevin Durant talking about a variety of things in an interview on Bleacher Report. Who did the interview? Is this Chris Haynes, our good buddy? And Durant said at one point, look at our starting lineup. Edmund Sumner, Royce O'Neal, Joe Harris, Nick Claxton, and me. It's not disrespect, but what are you expecting from that group? Then that's not disrespect. Oh, okay. You expect us to win because I'm out here? So if you're watching from that lens, you're expecting us to play well because number 7 is out there. How about when you had everybody a couple of weeks ago? Were you winning? And the answer is no. He also said that everybody says that I'm not a leader. I couldn't make Kyrie get vaccinated. My problem is, and I don't think Durant's a leader, and he might not understand what it means to be a leader, but when you decide that this is a team you want to build, you and Kyrie, they wanted DeAndre Jordan. They went out and got DeAndre Jordan. They wanted Steve Nash. They hired Steve Nash. And then what happened? Nothing. And you wanted Ben Simmons. James Harden didn't want to be there. You got Ben Simmons. By the way, KD didn't even mention Ben Simmons in the, hey, look at what I got. You expect me to win out here? This is a team you wanted. And the reason why I look at this and say, a leader would make this work. The best that you can, you'll make this work. Hey, I came here. This is what I wanted. I got to make this work. Not, it's getting a little tough here. I'd like to get out. I don't want to play with Russell Westbrook anymore. We blew a 3-1 lead, and I want to get out. I know players leave all the time. They go join other teams. LeBron has famously done that. But with KD, I just never feel like it's ever his fault. It's always somebody else's fault. And you know who Kyrie is. It's not like he woke up one day and go, damn, this guy's different. This guy's strange. That's partially on KD as well. And who knows, Kyrie might be back maybe this weekend from his extended suspension there. But, KD talked about a lot of different things here. He's a wonderful player. But you got to take ownership here. And that's the only thing that he finally got around to saying why he wanted out. Because I said, can somebody just raise their hand and say, why did you want to be traded? I never heard anything. And then he talked about how he kind of looked around and he goes, I don't like what's going on. The vibe here, the people, players. And I thought, well, wait a minute. It's like an artist who paints something and goes, oh, that's trash. I'm going to blame somebody else for that. I'm going to blame the person who gave me the paint. How could you make me paint something like that? KD's just take ownership, all right? Take ownership. And he hasn't. And he probably won't. Yeah, Paul.
The Kyrie Irving story has quieted down, but let's say he comes back Sunday and plays or whatever. If you were the Nets, would you not make him available to the media for the next and I'm being dead serious.
Well, I don't know if they can keep him from talking to the media.
I would strongly advise it because people are going to be, the media members in New York are going to do everything they can to get him.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I want to hear him. I can't wait for Kyrie to get behind a microphone. Yeah, I'm going to ask Coach K, because he had Kyrie for a couple of weeks at Duke. I want to ask him if he's been in touch with him. Yeah, Seton.
The biggest problem is that KD is wasting prime years floundering in Brooklyn when he should be collecting rings. But he's wasting some of the best years of his career.
Yeah, but he wanted this in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I understand that. But I think people are allowed to be wrong. Like he could have been like, yeah, let's go there and build something, and then be like, oh crap, this I was wrong about that.
But he doesn't even say that. He's like blaming the media, Steve Nash. He said something like, we didn't have really good practices. Well, you didn't have a full lineup there to have really good practices.
Yeah, whose fault is that? His. He might be. He's not wrong about what he said about that starting lineup. He's just being too right about it. He's just that you're not supposed to say that kind of thing publicly, but he's not wrong about that. That lineup sucks, and you do expect. Well, you guys should be doing better because Kevin Durant is out there. He's not wrong about those things.
But does a leader? Okay, so I give him credit because he was overly honest.
No, but we do like to, as a group, not just us, but the media does like to be like, oh, what is with these BS answers? You can't honestly think that's a good starting lineup. You know what I mean? Like, there are people who, no matter which way they go, are going to be doing it the wrong way. And he's very much one of them. Whether that's his own fault or not, he certainly likes to put his own foot in his mouth. There's no doubt about that. And he likes to make himself not likable by being too honest.
I would like for him to be honest about his situation and the situation he created. Then you can be honest about the other. He's not honest about some things. He's honest about other things. How about you, KD? Be honest about you. Then if you want to say, look, this is the lineup I have. We're not going to win, and you expect me to win. If we don't win, then it's on me. Okay. But he also has to say, I put myself in this situation. I wanted Steve. It was the wrong choice there. I wanted Kyrie. It was the wrong choice. Now, if you say that, you can say the other stuff as far as I'm concerned. But he's not honest about his stuff. He's honest about, this is what I got to deal with. I got to deal with that. Hey, I couldn't get Kyrie vaccinated. Did you try? What kind of conversation did you have with him?
Yeah, but that's not on him. He's not. I mean, I do agree with them to that respect that, like, Kyrie's a grown-ass man. He's going to do whatever he wants. And no matter what Kevin Durant says to him, he's not going to change that.
No, but he knows this guy. You're getting into business with somebody, and then all of a sudden you go, man, he's crazy.
Yeah, but I don't know that you can, like, foresee a global pandemic and then a vaccine issue when you originally signed those contracts.
Well, those aren't the only things that that are controversial about him. That nobody saw a pandemic, obviously. How about the other stuff that he says that he's gotten? He got suspended for saying something that had nothing to do with the pandemic. So the Earth's flat. I mean, not that you get suspended for that, but Kyrie, he should have known that you're at least getting into business with somebody who's a little bit different here. And is he going to want to play? I don't know if he wants to play. Ben Simmons, does he want to play? I have no idea. It's unfortunate that we'll look back on KD, his career, and probably wonder what could have been or what should have been.
And that's kind of these wasted 4 years that I was talking about in Brooklyn. You just wasted that could be a ring or two.
And if he had stayed at Golden State, then all of a sudden you move up the ladder where you go, okay, how many titles do you have? Now, he's still going to get knocked because he joined Steph's team. But you know what? When KD went there, KD was the best player on the team. Yeah, Marv.
With all three of his stops, all of those are what could have been scenarios. Oklahoma City, him, Westbrook, Harden, Golden State, they got 2 rings. Yeah. He could have stayed there, and Lord knows what they would have done. And now Brooklyn with these 4 years. So you're right, and he's going to go down as maybe the greatest scorer ever. But it's going to always be a what could have been at every single stop.
But he won't get to LeBron's point total, will he? I don't know. Has anybody run the numbers on KD, what he'd have to do for the next 8 or 9 years? LeBron never had that type of injury that knocked him out like KD had with the Achilles. Yeah, Paulie.
Durant is at just under 26,000 points. LeBron's at 37,000. Durant is 34 years old. He would need 4 really nice seasons. I mean, really nice seasons to be within striking distance. He's averaging 30 this year because he has to. It is interesting that if you said who's the better basketball player, people would say Kevin Durant over Steph Curry. Probably. I think people would say that. Better at basketball.
Yes.
But if you said whose career would you want, you'd probably take Steph Curry's.
Oh,
Curry's,
in a second.
Yeah, in a second, though. That's a quick answer.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Durant's got 2 titles with Curry. Curry has 4 titles. 2 of them were without Durant.
But you look at Steph, kids want to be Steph. He changed the game. He's the greatest shooter of all time. You know, there aren't many negatives that we have with Steph Curry. With KD, you know, we nitpick with him. But you did leave Oklahoma City. You did leave Golden State. Now you're stuck with whatever you're stuck with in Brooklyn. And I don't know if it changes anytime soon. Because now, you know, the report yesterday was, hey, they're kind of getting tired of this, Ben Simmons situation. That didn't take long. I think you were already tired of the Ben Simmons situation. I don't know if somebody went, now we're tired of the Ben Simmons situation.
That's just his career. That's his whole career is called the Ben Simmons situation.
Yeah, Marv.
That's like the really hot girl, and you wonder why she's single. And the ex-boyfriend's like, I tried to tell you. Look, Halle Berry's been divorced twice.
Well, I don't think we should speak negative of Halle Berry.
Not on my watch.
No. I mean, she may have flaws. Don't we all, Marv?
Oh, obviously.
Mr. Perfect.
Yeah.
You guys said it, not me.
Hey, you can criticize Kyrie and KD, but not Halle Berry.
Yeah.
It could be go time. Yes, Paul.
I'll tell you one thing with Ben Simmons. It's getting way worse. If you look at him when he was 23 years old, he started most of the games this season. He averaged 16 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, and a block. They would kill for that now. They would absolutely sign up for that without doing much shooting. He was just kind of a nice post player, decent on the break. It's not even close to where he was 3 years ago. He's averaging, when he plays, he's averaging 5 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. Yeah. That's less than half what he used to do.
But also, when you go to a team and they're not very good, we don't really, like Paolo Banchero, like we'll watch him, he plays for Orlando, but we don't go, man, your team's not very good. We sort of let you have those couple of years where you're on scholarship. And we did that with Ben. You're like, oh, okay, you're good. But you're not, he wasn't playing in any meaningful games. And it's the one game in a playoff against the Hawks that we single out that he did not want to take a shot.